Obviously, a lot of baseball players call different places versions of home, but as you came back into the city, just what does this mean to you? What were you feeling?
You go down memory lane. For me, I'm just. There's a lot of things you think about. Just being here for so long. My first taste of professional baseball was playing for the Cyclones, and then kind of working my way up from there. A lot of memories here for my family and I. But I remember the last time we were here, I just remember like going to Mount Sinai and with my wife and coming out with a as a family of three. So for me, it's really it's special because you look down memory lane. There's a lot of great baseball memories, but also a lot of great personal memories too. So first thing I thought, I was like, man, like I remember like last time we were actually like staying in the city. It's we were it was after a 12-inning game, and it's like we welcomed life into the world. So like being in Manhattan in the city is like, just looking back and thinking about that is really special.
Have you had any fun moments since being back in New York?
No, we kind of got back late last night, just because we had a doubleheader yesterday. But waking up, walking around, it's like I know it's don't live here anymore, but also it's just being here for so long. Everything, it's just just back in the neighborhood, back in the old neighborhood. So it's it's nice, obviously, and being around familiar stuff. But no, it's cool, and I'm excited to play today.
Is there a go-to spot that you have to hit before you leave town?
It just depends on cuisine, but one of my favorite Italian spot in the city is Cisiamo. Shout out Chef Hillary. But there's a ton of huge Rolodex of stuff, just depending on. Anytime all my teammates are like, where to eat, they're like, well, what do you want? There's like just plenty of options for everything. So just being here for such a long time and being back, it's fun. It's fun.
Pete, this wasn't your home stadium, obviously, but
Hold on.
So you're such a big part of Mets history. Such a long time that you were there. Do you find yourself watching them or keeping track of them too, as well as what you're doing here?
I'm pretty locked in on the O's right now, just because like for me, I got a job to do every day, and these are my teammates, and every single day I'm just it's a tough day every single day in the big leagues to get a win. It's a challenge because this is the highest level, but I definitely keep track of like some certain guys. Like I got friends everywhere, and obviously I have friends in New York, and definitely keep track. And when you are around so many good people for so long, it's tough not to be friends and root for them from afar, especially during baseball season.
well, you have good friends on the team still, Pete. So do you talk to them much about the season or what's been going on there? Or
no, you don't talk. It's kind of one of those things you just kind of catch up and kind of on a personal level, and like the baseball season is just kind of like it's kind of secondary because like everyone, we're ball players, but firstly we're buddies, and we're always anyone that asks or you catch up to, it's always like, hey, how you doing? How's family? Like, because when you're with people, it's like you get to know their family, their kids. So it's more of like a kind of like a personal thing that's which I think is special. So.
Pete, how long did it take for you to really adjust to just becoming an Oriole and kind of letting these emotions go, recollecting their connections and everything?
I think two things can be true at the same time. Like, just because I'm very appreciative and I have a ton of fond memories here, there's obviously history here, but at the end of the day, like I'm beyond stoked to be where I'm at. Like, this team, this group is really special, and for me, I'm in the perfect place for me, and I feel nothing but gratitude and just excitement every single day just to come to Yard and play with this team. So, again, happy to look back on the memories, and you can't say that you can't erase history or what happened, because I enjoyed my time here in New York, but I'm also really stoked to be here and represent Baltimore.
Pete, they blew up the roster, they blew up the coaching staff. What do you make of their 10-21 record through April?
Well, yeah, on paper that's not good, but I remember in 2024 things were very bleak and whatever from an outside perspective. Baseball's a long season; it's a marathon, and you look back at the 2024 Mets. I mean, that could be a perfect example where it's like, hey, yeah, it's bad, but there's always. I mean, there's 5 months left of the season, so there's always time. But again, it's a long season.
You mentioned becoming a father, but professionally, what's that one memory that just stands out to you?
It's tough because there's great moments in every year. I mean, obviously, there's so many different great teammates that I had. There's so many coaches that had a positive impact. It's really tough to pinpoint one individual, but I'd say like anytime getting a chance to go play in the playoffs. I think for me that was the ultimate. That was the most special time in 22 and in 24. That was the most special baseball I played, and looking to play more in the playoffs, because for me that's the ultimate. Playoffs, chasing down a championship in October. So I'm excited to do that with Baltimore.
To that point, Pete, what does this team need to do over the next 5 months to become a playoff team, to start playing competitive baseball, to earn a spot in October?
Yeah, I think I mean, obviously consistency. You need to pitch, play defense, play clean baseball, and then you need to put up runs. I think if we just play a good team, efficient baseball, and not let mistakes compound, then we'll be fine. I think we've done a great job of handling adversity and bouncing back. But I feel like now that we're in like a good little groove, I feel like we're gonna kind of be able to stack those good days together. So I think if we can continue to stack those good days and just focus on the now and today, and we're going to be in a really good spot.
What have you made of your of your season so far offensively?
I mean, I've had a couple moments, but overall, yeah, for me, disappointing. But again, I think every single day I feel like I feel dangerous in the box, and every day I'm ready to do damage and compete. So just need to keep preparing and putting myself in the best possible situation to succeed that night. Every pitch, every out, every time I step up to the plate.
You were always so loyal to the cause of the Mets. You always stood and answered the questions. Is there any feeling of loss, or I guess what was the feeling when they didn't make a big effort to keep you there the way you had always wanted to?
I think for me, like as like the going through free agency 2 times, the first time learned a valuable lesson. Like all the hypotheticals, like really don't mean anything, and when you get things of substance, and when kind of certain things come across the table, so to speak, once you kind of have something that's like truly like of substance, and you kind of hold that near and dear. And I feel like right even from kind of like early November here in Baltimore, everything kind of progressed the right way, and they had all the answers to my questions. And I feel like both the Orioles as an organization and myself, like I feel like we align and fit perfectly. So when you have something good, you focus on, for me at least, I focused on the good that I had in front of me, and not the what could have been or lost or whatever. I didn't want to didn't really think about that, because I knew I had something so good right in front of me, and I was just kind of hoping that this would kind of progress and kind of come to fruition the whole way, because for me and for my standards, this Baltimore checked every single box that and I'm stoked to be here. I'm proud to be an Oriole. Just because something didn't happen doesn't mean that because for me, I was just really happy that I had everything to gain with this partnership between the Orioles and myself.
On that note, did you have any final conversation with Mets leadership, Steve Cohen, when he's out with Baltimore?
No. I think for me, I think it was. I remember I did talk to Mendy, and for me, Sean Manai and I, like, we work out at the same gym. Stanek, we have like a good group in Tampa. And Mendy came to the gym one day. We talked for a little bit. But I talked with him. I talked with a couple of the players. And again, like, for me, I feel like that having that respect from the guys I was with every day, the guys that I was kind of going to battle every day with, so to speak, whether it be from the manager and other players, like, having that respect is obviously nice, but there's no, like, final conversation from, like, a brass or ownership standpoint. Yeah.
Were you surprised by that?
No, I not really, because I think things were kind of progressing in the way with Baltimore, and they're just like, okay, all right. So, and again, I think the number one thing is throughout the whole process is like just didn't want to. You can't, like, I don't know, it's kind of when you're going through free agency and kind of things are coming across, and it's like when things are so good, you really don't want to mess at it. It's like a kind of like a you don't really want to mess up the golden egg, so to speak. So it's like, yeah, just wanted to kind of nurture that flowering relationship and be able to kind of come here, because there's a ton of belief in this young core, a ton of belief in this talent and the signings and trades that we had. So, and what Mr. Rubenstein has done, and Mike with the front office, like, there's just a lot of, like, incredible momentum going on in Baltimore, and it's like just really stoked and proud to be a part of it.
Pete, given how your first free agency went, when you left Marlins Park, you left Miami for that last game, did you assume that was your last game with the Mets?
No, I didn't really assume anything. I wasn't really thinking about it. I was just more thinking about, man, I can't believe the season's over, because there was hopes for more, but obviously we didn't do the job at the time, and I was like, all right, well, I guess I get to. And I was just like, man, I was more like shifted to family, because I think my wife would think she was like a week postpartum, and so it's just like, all right, well, time to be dad and be husband, and we'll kind of let the dust settle and just kind of enjoy being parents for the first time. So that's kind of where my mind was at initially. Didn't really start thinking about free agency until kind of like the World Series was over.